Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series on Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is one of the authentic scripture available on Vedic astrology. We have been doing longevity in the previous episode, and in continuation with that, today we will be doing verse number 69 to 73. Again, these verses deal with different combinations that we can see in birth chart related to long life. So, in order to enlighten us and give us more insight about these verses, we have with us our astro expert, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you.
So, let's explore these verses and try to find out what is in store in them for us.
Thank you very much once again. That's a great divine inspiration and blessings of Mahaguru and my Gurudev to do commentary on these verses. Mahaguru Maharishi Parasa in the full swing to deliver, to bless native Matre, actually through Matre to us regarding the Purnayu yoga. So he just talking about some celestial combinations. Those combinations have an ability to challenge the mathematical calculated Ayu. That is the beauty. So indication of Mahaguru Maharishi Parasar is go and check charts, do your falades in a holistic manner. Don't go like a robot, like you do the mathematical calculation and this is the answer. If you are going in that manner, only following the mathematical part of this great divine science, then you can miss the other intrinsic principles, which is coming up from the analysis of holistic analysis of yogas. And on top of that, Mahaguru Maharishi Parasar giving some guidelines, spiritual guidelines, not only to Maitre, to whole mankind. Longevity is not only the daughter of your past karmas, even in this life also, whatever free will you have received, you should invest your time in good deeds. That will also dramatically change the longevity calculation again. I can take you to the Mansagari, one of the classics, completely aligned with the Mahaguru Maharishi Parasar's perspective, how good deeds adding up and challenging the mathematical calculated Ayur. Let's come for a moment. ये धर्म कर्म नीरतता विजितेन्द्रियाये ये पाथ्य भोजन रतता द्विजदेव bhaktya. So he is talking about the characteristics of a native. If native is established in the dharma karma, he is established in his dharma, in good deeds, and jitendriya, control over senses. His practice is like that, disciplined life, Mahaguru is talking. Pathya bhojan, he is alpahari, he is eating very less. Only that much food which is required to survive the body. And Dvij Dev Bhaktya, that is also added in the classics. Respect the Brahman and the God and the Lord of the Lord. That is also, this is the characteristics of the native. Then how he is going to challenge the mathematical calculator Ayu? The next line is telling. Loke nara dadati ye kul sila leela aste samidam kathitma ayur rudadhimi. So in this manner, the native who is following the kulachar, this kulachar, this practice, if that native is doing, then whatever mathematical calculated ayu Devagyas are calculating, the native will cross that one and he will live more. So again, native by his good deeds challenging the mathematical calculated ayu. In this case, he is not challenging the mathematical calculator ayu, he is challenging the celestial combinations also. So this is the message from this divine great science. Do good deeds, follow the dharma, irrespective of your planetary combinations, irrespective of other prarabdha and all. That is the message. This is the great message. So in this episode or in this series, we should remind this to the listeners time and again how important it is. So Dev, Brahman, Bhakti, that is also important. Here Brahman Bhakti means who is the devotee of the Lord, who is the follower of the Brahma. He is not talking about the class divide and all. So with this note, now we are ready to enter into Mahaguru Parashara Mahakathan. And as you said, today we are going to discuss 5 more verses related to this yogas, Purnayu yoga. They are adding up the ayus, blessing the native with the ayur. Let's immerse in the Mahaguru Parashara Mahakathan after getting immersed in the prayer of Sri Mahadev first. Let's pray Mahadev, call Mahadev. Nama Sambhavaya cha Mayobhavaya cha Nama Sankaraya cha Maskaraya cha Nama Sivaya cha Sivataraya cha Isanaha Sarva Vidyana Isanaha Sarva Vidyamanishvara Sarva Bhutanam Brahmadipatir Brahmano Adhipatir Brahma Sivo me astu Sada Sivo. Jai Gurudev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. Now we are ready to enter into Mahaguru Parashara Mahakathan through these verses. These are in the continuation. So I strongly advise if anyone is following this series, follow the episode wise, because one thought is flowing from the episode 1 to this episode. That will make more sense because Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is giving his blessing Maitre in a one continuous thought. There is no breakage of thought. Let's immerse in the verse 69 first. Parashara uvacha duiso bhav grihe lagne se kendra sanstite swa uch rasi trikone Vadirghamayu vinirdisaye. Through these verses, modern good or bad astrologer, modern serious or pseudo astrologers, they are coming and they are building some equations. So through these verses only, it's a Bible from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. So revelation is coming, Dui Sobhav, so dual. So there is a dual sign in the Lagna. So there is a dual sign. And Lagnes is in the Kendra. So think about the condition of the Lagna and Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord is in the Kendra, very good position for Lagna Lord. Irrespective of, for a moment, his nature, malefic or benefic. He is a Lagna Lord. We are considering him for a specific chart as far in the prism from the prism of Hora. is a benefit for that native. So Lagnesh is in the Kendra 14710 and Lagna house, the dual sign is rising. That is the first condition. That is the first condition. And then he is adding the Lagnesh, who is in the Kendra, he is in excellent condition. Either he is exalted or he is in the own sign. So excellent condition of the Lagnesh in the Kendra, in the sign of exaltation or in own sign, and dual sign is rising in the Lagna. If that is happening, hey Matre, you do the Falades, it's a Dirghayu. This is the case of long longevity. That is the revelation. So anything to discuss at this moment, what Mahaguru said?
No, for this verse, I think it's clear.
It's a quite clear verse. Yes,
It's quite clear.
it's a very clear verse. If we want to
The
discuss,
only thing, he's not mentioning anything about that the Lagna Lord, it should be in Kendra, and or it can be in exalted condition in trines. Is it like that?
it is in the Kendra or it is in the Trikon also. If I miss Trikon, then I add it up. So it is in the auspicious houses, Kendra or Trikona, exalted or in own sign. Excellent condition of the Lagna Lord. Very excellent condition of Lagna Lord.
So it appears as if when he says Savarot Rashi Trikone, that means when it is in Trikon, then it should be exalted. And if it is in Lagna, it can be in its own Rashi or whatever the condition may be.
You can like a Lagna Lord, if it is in the Kendra, so if it is in the Kendra or it is in the Tirkon, and condition is, so you consider like that, Lagna Lord, the placement is Kendra or Trikona, and the condition is exalted or own sign. It's not like some of the you know they are playing with the Sanskrit word. Some of the acharyas coming like that. So it is in the Trikona then exalted, and in the Kendra it's like that only own sign. I don't buy this idea. Although I'm not the as far as Sanskrit grammar is concerned, my education is technical background, but from Guru Kripa, what I learned, so that reflection is coming, and this is more about the reflections because there are three layers I told you previously also. Mahaguru is trying to teach something else, the more deeper. But it depends upon at what level somebody is coming and learning. If you have to apply it is at the gross level, then you can take up the gross level meanings only, and you can go and do the phal ades. But if anybody interested to really understand this the divine science and art, then you need to understand at the rahasyarth level. Then you can only understand the cosmic pattern, how manifestation and how this universe is working. If you understand the process of the equation of the cosmic revelation, then you can predict anything. It's not very difficult. But for reaching up to that level, blessings is required because it's created by Sri Mahadev himself. So because it's all mathematical model, because as Galileo said, the mathematics is the language of God. When God speaks, he speaks in the language of mathematics because you can do the equations. So if you can do the equations, then you can do the prediction, because equation will give you the the uh, predictive eyes, the sukshma drishti, the yoga drishti, you can get it in our language. So these verses are basically Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar received that one from Lord Shiva. These are the basic natural abstract laws. That's why if somebody is coming and saying prove this one, then the only proof is go and test this one, because it's a Pratyaksh Shastra. You take the samples, 100 charts, 1,000 charts, and apply this one. That is the test. And 2,500 years, this Shastra is still standing in front of all odds. Around 500 years, this a storm of rationalism is coming in, and everything is like, if anything is science, if anything is reasonable, then only people are accepting that one. So that's why it has been thrown away from the universities. But now advancement is going on, and people are still now, intellectual brains are coming, and they are understanding how beautiful scientific and artistically everything is in, inbuilt in it. So this science is again picking up, and this is center of a center of interest, center of attraction for intellectuals. So let's immerse in verse 70. द्विसो भाव गृहे लगने लगने साध बल संका द्वैपापौ यदि केन्द्रस्थौ दीर्घमायुस्तदा भवे. So dual sign. Again, he is talking about the dual sign is rising in the Lagna. So dual sign is rising in the Lagna, Gemini, Virgo, or any Pisces, any dual sign is rising in the Lagna. And Lagnes is Bali. There are two malefic planets from the Lagnes. So from Lagnes you count. From Lagnes, there are two malefic planets in Kendra. So condition is coming. Like you have to check the condition of the Lagna. The dual sign is rising. It's very easy to check. Dual sign is rising. Then you need to understand condition of the Lagnes. So Lagnes is Bali. We have so many methods, quantitative methods and qualitative method. Mahaguru revealed that one through the third system or any other systems also. Quantitatively also you can understand the value in a point if Lagnes is strong or not. Or qualitatively, if it is in sign of exaltation or in friend sign or own sign or Mul Trikon, blah, blah, blah. So many conditions are there. 9 conditions, we know the Diptadi Avasthas and all. So if Lagnes is Bali, then from Lagnes in Kendra, so 1, 4, 7, 10. So count from Lagnes. If 2 malefic planets, here Mahaguru is talking about the natural malefics. 2 malefic planets are there. Then Dirghayu, this is the condition of Dirghayu. This is the condition of Dirghayu. So here, dual sign is rising. Lagna, dual sign is rising. Dual sign is rising. And if Lagnes is somewhere, Lagnes is sitting, if Lagnes is sitting, Lagna Lord is sitting somewhere in a very good condition, then from Lagna Lord, from Kendra, so 1, 4, so 2 malefic planets are sitting. Then this is the condition of Dirghayu. This is the abstract principle. The understanding, if we are trying to understand, so Lagna Lord is in an excellent condition. And in this case, malefics are coming, and even blessings are coming from malefics also. So Mahaguru is advising Maitre, don't be in the trap of stereotyping like malefics are not good always. Here malefics are coming as a defense system, a strong defense system for the native, to shield the native from any other exposure and give native, bless native with a good longevity, with a dirgha longevity. That is the idea. This is the idea behind that one. There can be many more things only Mahaguru knows, but we can understand in that matter, in this manner. Anything you want to add?
So in this case, can there be more than 2 malefics? So malefics, and one question is this. The second question is, malefic essentially means we are talking about Saturn, Mars, and Sun. Because Mercury and Moon is not in the system of longevity, they are not considered malefic.
No, we are talking about only natural malefics. So Krur, so Sun, Saturn, and you know, so only the Mangaldev also, Sun, Saturn, and Mangaldev, and Rahu Ketu, somebody, they are not considering Rahu Ketu. But Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa, even for this verse, he is not talking about that one. And personally, if you ask me, so I'm also not considering Rahu Ketu in this case, because they are shadow planets, so we are not considering them here. So this is the case. So your question is like, if more than a malefics, more than two malefics will be there, then in that case balance will, because balance will be their side basically. So that will be not going to be good for the longevity. So he is talking about some balance will be there. So dual sign is there. So Lagna is rising dual sign. No fixed, no movable. It's a balance sign basically. And then Lagna Lord is strong, and some sort of balancing is from the maleficence. But you are going to increase that one, then that will negatively impact. That might negatively impact. This is always, this all verses are the call for papers. They are asking, they are waiting. Somebody will come and do research. So these verses are waiting for around 2,500 years. They are waiting. Somebody will come one day. So if somebody will come and do research, that would be great. But as per my limited understanding, this is the idea basically. So we have the two maleficence. More maleficence you will increase, that will imbalance this classical combination. So now verse number 71, Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa is coming in. Lagnastmesayor madhyeyah hetaha prabalo bhave tasmin kendragate dirgha madhyam panfara sthite. He is going in continuation. Panfar, then apocalypse he will come. That's why I'm going also. Apoklime sthite swa alpam ayurbhavati nishchitam. So this is very beautiful verse, because this is the wisdom capsule. Some other reflection is coming here. He is giving the comparative thinking pattern, the line of thinking he has provided, Lagnes and Astames. So Lagnes and Astames, Lagnes is the native himself, he has to be alive. And the Astames is the Ayu Karak. So Astames got the key of his life. Now the tug of war is happening. Who is strong? So we have to think about who is strong. Lagnes and Astames, we have to check who is strong. If Lagnes is strong, then if Lagnes is in the Kendra, if Astames is strong, if Astames is in the Kendra, Kendra is the pillar of life, the Vishnu Asthan. So we need to understand, first of all, the first inquiry is first Lord and eighth Lord, who is strong. And then second, whosoever is strong, whether he is in Kendra or not. If he is in Kendra, then Dirghayu. Then Dirghayu is happening. And if he is not in Kendra, so we know, like these are the Kendra Sthan. We know these sthans are Kendra Sthan. These are the Kendra Sthan. And then this is the Panfar. This is the Panfar. And then this one is Apoklima. Then again Kendra. Then this is the Panfar. Then this is Apoklima. So in this manner it's going. Now the strong one out of Lagna Lord and the eighth Lord, if it is in the Panfar, this house. So, and you go like that, this house and Apoklima. If it is in the Panfar, then Madhyamayu. And if it is in the Apoklima, then it is Alpayu. So the position of the Astmes and Lagnes is also giving indication about the Ayur bracket. Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar is again breaking the stereotyping. Some of the modern astrologers are coming up with the Lagna has to be a strong. If Lagna is not a strong, Astamesi is strong, then it's a big problem. But Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar is saying if Astamesi is strong and placement is in the Kendra, it's a Dirghayu. He is not saying like if Lagna Lord has to be stronger than the Astames. As far as this longevity, this revelation, Purnayu Yoga concern. So that is the revelation. That is the revelation from Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar. Now you can inquire like why he is talking like that. So we can inquire, taking over the portfolio of the Ayus Karaka. So Lagnesh is the overall in charge. Lagnesh is the native himself of the whole chart, and Asmes got the portfolio of the being Ayu Karaka. And the strength of the planet will decide who will impact the longevity of the native. So that's very fair enough when Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar directed Maitre to do the comparative analysis between first lord and eighth lord. That's very fair enough. Second directive from Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar can be seen as he gave very good points to the Kendra house. If the strong first or eighth lord is the Kendra, boosting the longevity, Dirgha Ayu bracket he put in. That's also making very good sense because Kendra are the Vishnu Asthan. Now he is coming in the Panfara. So if you compare the Panfara and Apoklima is 3-6. These houses are three Sadai houses, Apoklima. 3 Sadai houses.
6, 9, 12.
3, 6, 9, and 12. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. And Panfara is a 2, 5, 2, 5, and 11. So here you can see like 1 3 Sadai house, 1 Trik house, 2nd Trik house, and only one this 9th Trikona. And here you can see this is the 2nd house, this is the Trikona house, and this is 8th house. 8th house also. This is the Trik, and this is the also 3 Sadai house. This is also a 3 Sadai house. So why Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar is coming up like if it is Apoklima, then he is labeling Alpayu, and it is Panfara, then he is saying Madhyamayu. So exact reason Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar knows only, but we could inquire like we could make out like the nature of the houses maybe triggered these things at present. Did it make sense?
Yeah.
So now the next verse.
Kendras in any case are considered to be the pillars of life. So maybe that's why Mahashiji is saying that if there are any of the two, whosoever is strong, if they are present in Kendra, then that is going to boost the lifespan and you will have a long life.
Yes. That is the reason, because there is no question in that, because if it is in the Kendra, then it's a long life. and then he is going in a decreasing manner, like then convert the panfer to apocripha is going in decreasing manner. He is going like that. Although the first panfer is the marak, it's a marakasthan, but it's dhanasthan also. But the third is coming. So the role of third house in the longevity. That is the nature of death also. That is coming. And why second house is the marak? Because that is 12 from the third. So third house is the more more malefic in that sense. So that is starting from the starting point of the apoklima from the third. So Mahaguru is coming, the Dirgha, Madhyam, and then Alpa is coming. The exact reason Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar knows, but we are trying to understand what he said, the great Guru, what he blessed us. We are just trying to understand. Let's come in these two verses. Lagane se char veer mitre dirgham ayu hasame samam satrau swalpam vadedithya astame sadiyapi asmritam mitra madhyabhirabhavaste tasmina nevam phalam vade. These are the verse integrated. They are the very connected verses. Very connected verses. When we were talking about the natural forces, so all the forces coming out from the sun only, the life force. So sun got very prominent place even in longevity. Very prominent place in the longevity. So if the Lagnes is the Mitra of sun, so you have to find out who is the Lagnes. If Lagnes is the Mitra, friend of sun, then Dirghayu. If there is a neutral relationship with the Lagnes and sun, then it is Madhyamayu. And then there is a Satruta, enmity with the sun, then it is Alpayu. Because sun got that portfolio. He is the king. He is the only thing. Everything is sun only. He is reflecting. So we should understand sun in that manner. Then again, Mahaguru is giving one directive. That is the driver. That is very important thing. Not only for Maitre, for whole astrological community. You should understand the same thing through Astames also. If sun is friend of Astames, if sun is some of us have maintaining neutral relationship with the Astames, or Astames is a enemy of sun, then you do the comparative. Uha poho patu, that feature is coming. Because somebody will come up. I should check through the sun, or I should check through the Lagnes, or check through the Astames. You should check through the both and then come up with the superposition, principle of superposition. Because the Uha poho patu is one of the qualifications of any astrologer. So you do the same thing. Now again he added, if Lagnes and Astames, he's talking about both Lagnes and Astames, is in the friend sign. So where he is sitting, if it is a friend sign, then Dirghayu. If it is in the neutral sign, then Madhyayu. If it is in the inimical sign, then Alpayu. So that is the revelation. That is the revelation through the last verse. So this is the revelation from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar. These are the yogas. These are the Purnayu yogas. They got power to alter the mathematically calculated ayus. So once you calculate the mathematically, then see these yogas also. It's very important. Not only these yogas, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar will come up with the other Marak, in the Marak Adhyaya, other things also he will come up. Then you have to blend everything, and then you have to come up with the result. That's from me. Thank you very much.
So it's a Lagna Lord should be we see the association between Lagna Lord and the sun, or Lagna Lord is in which Rashi? We should see that Rashi.
No, two verses here. So two revelation. One is with the sun. So Lagna Lord or Astmes is friend of sun, Dirghayu, neutral with sun, Madhyamayu, and enemy of sun, then Alpayu. That is one revelation. The second revelation is coming. Forget about sun. Now think about the sign where Lagna Lord and Asmes is sitting. The sign. If they are sitting in the friend sign, Dirghayu. If neutral sign, Madhyamayu. If inimical sign, then Alpayu. There are two revelations from the verse number 72 and 73. They are connected, so I just recited in a one go.
Okay.
So you know how these verses are easy to recite, but you know on the chart you have to apply. Then everything, every parameters you have to think at the same time. Then how much proportion you will take, that one, the intensity, the flavor. You know somebody is cooking, so how much you are putting the spices. So the flavor that will come up, the output will come up. So that is I will not say it's a trick. That is the blessings from the Gurudev. That is the learning, that is the art, that is the science.
So friends, that's all for today. If you have any suggestions, any queries, any suggestions, you can write to us in the comment section. We will continue with these remaining verses for this chapter, longevity, in the next episode. Thanks for listening to us. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.